This is what's going on right now. Hashem is bringing, through the agency of the Jewish people, the people of Israel, the country of Israel, Hashem is bringing about a gathering towards the Middle East, towards Israel, of the European, American powers, and on the other side, the Chinese and the Iranians and the Russians. But the center of attention, the center of the world's attention, is on Israel, and it's a coming together. It's a gathering on Jerusalem. Hashem brought them together specifically for the purpose of bringing them down. And they're going to come together. They're not going to know that the reason they're coming together right now is to be destroyed. Hashem has a plan. Hashem is guiding the entire world, all of history. We can look over the last 100 years. We can look over the last 5,000 years. But Hashem is guiding all of history. Every single action, every single event, He's moving it all. He's moving the entire world history towards a single goal, which is the destruction of evil, the destruction of all the false gods, whether it's the version of God, which is the Christian version, or the version of God, which is the Islamic version, or whether it's the false ideologies of atheism in China, because there's only one God. And there's only one people that represents Hashem. And so the Jewish people have to go through all of these malchus and outlive them. Live to see their destruction. Perhaps even be involved in causing their destruction, in order for the light ultimately to shine, which is the light that we need to bring into the world. Perhaps at some point in the near future, the West will be drawn into a war with Iran because of the Jews. The Jewish people are the fire that brings about a destruction. A destruction, why? Because they're the essence. They are the essence of what this whole thing is about. The chaff has to fly away. The chaff has to be removed. So we see an amazing thing, a beautiful thing, that Klal Yisrael, which represents spirituality, the Jewish people, which represents all that is good, is the wheat. It's the wheat. All the other things, the nations of the world, all of their ideologies, all of their great accomplishments, all of those things that they value and they say are awesome, they're just kemites. They're like the chaff that gets blown away. They're not really why the world was created. The Jewish people, spirituality, ruchnius, the Torah, that's why the world was created. Sorry guys, we're the ones who were created, the world was created for. But it's a showdown between Yaakov and Esav, between the people of Israel, who represent spirituality, and Esav, down to our very generation. The Western ideology in our Chazal is attributed to Esav. Rome is called Edom. And on through our times, the whole West is called Edom. At the end of days, you come to that moment in time, which is Mashiach, which is the end of the world as we know it. And what's left is Klal Yisrael. Everything else blows away. The house of Esau is going to be like straw, right? As he's quoting the pasuk in Ovadia, which refers to the fact that the West, the world of Esav, will be destroyed, will be burned up.
The Persians are going to defeat the Romans in the end. That's what's going to be, right? Who's going to defeat the Roman Empire? It's going to be the Persians. The truth is, right, that when we talk about the Persians, we think always about Iran, because Iran is like the ancient Persia that we're talking about. But the truth is, right, that there are many rabbinic writings that point out that really the Persian Empire today is really more the Russians. In the end of days, there's going to be two major powers which are going to be existing at that time. One is going to be the Persians, which we're talking, as we said, right, is really like Russia, and also Iran as well. They're combined together. And then we have the Romans, right, which is Europe, right, the Christians, as we said. So these two forces also, there's going to be a big battle between them as well. And what's going to be, as the Gemara says over there, two versions of this story. One is that the Persians are going to be victorious over the Romans. There's also another opinion brought down there by Rav, right? First one is Rabbi Yehuda Nasi. He says that the Persians will defeat the Romans, but there's also another opinion brought down by Rav that the Romans will defeat the Persians, just the opposite. So the question is, which one is right? They're both right. What does that mean? That there's going to be one battle where the Romans are going to get the upper hand over the Persians, but there's also going to be another battle where the Persians are going to get the upper hand over the Romans. So what's going to be is that the Persians are going to destroy the Romans, and therefore there's not going to be any more Roman Empire left at that time. So what's going to be is that once the Roman Empire is not left, there's only going to be one superpower left, which is the Persians. So therefore, they're going to start conquering lands, conquering the whole world, trying to conquer the whole world. The Gemara asks over there a question. Why is it that the Persians have the merit to defeat the Romans, right? What's the reason? Everything has a reason. There's a merit. There's some kind of a special merit that they have. So the Gemara answers the Gemara over there in Masechet Yomam that the reason is because the Persians built the second Bet HaMikdash. As we know, right, Cyrus, the king of Persia, was the one who helped to build the Bet HaMikdash, the second Bet HaMikdash. It's all a matter of zechut, about merits, and right. So therefore, this is the reason why the Persians are going to destroy the Romans, as we said.